McGee, and welcome to Spelling Made Easy.
Click on the area that interests you on my board here, and we can go through it.
So, you'd like to get clear on when you need to double letters and when you don't. That's definitely a good idea, as this is one area of spelling where people make loads of mistakes. But it's not that hard once you understand a few basic rules. But before we get down to these rules, let's see what you already know. I've got a short exercise I'd like you to complete. Once you've finished this exercise, I'll have a much better idea of how much you know about consonant doubling, and so I'll be able to focus on where you need help. Okay, so let's get down to it. I've got 10. Okay, so word 1. How do you spell the word stayed? As in, we stayed at the resort for 3 days. Thank you. Word 2. How do you spell the word happened? As in, I have no, I thank you. Now, word 3. How do you spell the word started? As in, the game started on top. Thank you. Word 4. How do you spell the word equality? As in, they are struggling for equality. Thank you. Word 5. Halfway. Here we go. How do you spell the word scarred? As in, his skin was scarred by the accident. Spell the word scarred. Thank you. Word 6. How do you spell the word gradually? As in, John's results improved. Thank you. Word 7. How do you spell the word cancelled? As in, the flight was. Thank you. Word 8. How do you spell the word sadness? As in, the people were. Thank you. Word 9. How do you spell the word skipping? As in, a boxer training requires a lot of skipping. Thank you. And finally, word 10. How do you spell the word beginning? As in, they've missed the beginning of the match. Spell the word beginning. Okay, that's great. What that little diagnosis tells me is that we should focus on the sections on my menu here, which are highlighted in blue. You can, of course, click on any section, but these seem to be the sections that you need to focus on most. So let's start with the first highlighted item on the menu. One area of... When you add ing and ed onto words like fit, do you double the T or not? Is it F-I-T-T-E-D or F-I-T-E-D? And what about when you add things like ness? Is it F-I-T-N-E-S-S or F-I-T-T-N-E-S-S? Well, there's a very good rule of thumb that will help you get most of these sorts of spellings right. There are a few exceptions, but once you know the rule, you'll find it easier to remember the exceptions to the rule. So, what's the main rule? Well, the main rule of thumb is quite simple. It says that you double the last letter of the base word when you add vowel suffixes like ing, ed, and but not when you add consonant suffixes like ness or full or meant. A good example of this rule is to be found with a word like fit. If you want to add vowel suffixes like ing or ed, you need to double the last letter of the base word. So fitting and fited are spelt F-I-T-T-I-N-G and F-I-T-T-E-D. But if you add a consonant suffix, it also applies to many longer words. So, to summarise, The most important rule of thumb for knowing whether to double or not is to ask yourself, now, okay, so I think it's a fairly simple rule, but let's see if you can apply it. Try this exercise. Good health and fitness should be important to everyone. Yes, that's it. Well done. Note how you don't double the sh. Sadly, he was unable to attend the wedding. Yes, well done. That's exactly how the word is spelled. Note how you sh. John went swimming at the pool. Yes, that's it. Well done. Note how you need to sh. Mary dropped her pen on the floor. Yes, that's it. Well done. Note how you need to double the P. Whoosh. Whoosh. Okay, so let's move on. Click on the area that interests you on my board here. Are you sure you want to exit? See you later.